for anyone entering into this process, there are a number of hurdles. Everything from what's this design going to look like to what are the building codes and what are the CC&Rs that need to be addressed in order to ensure that that design conception is going to work with that particular building site, to the codes all the way to the city's final approval for you to inhabit the house. And I got to tell you that the firm was on board and supported us the entire way through. The other thing that I've really appreciated about Arbor South is that I really regard it as having really truly been a team effort. That includes everybody from his ancillary design team to the guys that were literally boots on the ground in the field, making suggestions as to how the build process and the design could be tweaked and improved. I think the entire organization was very conscientious about keeping us informed and appraised of where we were in the design process. He would invite us up on an almost weekly basis to show us the progress of the project. The organization was also conscientious about staying within a budget. I don't have any experience working with other design firms, but it's one thing to sort of have an extravagant vision of what you want to build. It's another thing to have a very consistent vision of what you want to build and also stay within certain budgetary constraints and limitations. And Dan was, I think, very supportive and considerate in respecting those limits as well.
One of the things that we remark on every morning, the fact that we get the morning sun, and then in the hot summer days, our front porch area is shady, so we can sit out there and just enjoy the summer evenings without being beat upon the sun. So they took great care mapping the sun, winter, summer, spring, fall, attention to that detail, the sun angles. The bedroom is tucked more in the back where it's the quietest.
The environmental concerns can get expressed and exhibited in a lot of different ways, everything from the materials being used to the siding of the home, solar electric to the insulation. And I do think that the organization Arbor South has developed culture. The culture is informed by the leadership. Even when the leadership leaves, that culture can endure. I think that if I were to try to summarize it into a few words, I'd say, first and foremost, I think it's visionary in the sense of really helping the client, the potential builder, to really imagine what can possibly be for that particular property. It's extremely cooperative in the sense that it engages all elements and all the various forces and the processes that need to converge in order for that vision to come into fruition. And the third thing that comes to mind is that they were really fun to work with. So
they never had a bad day. They were always smiling. They always welcomed you in, even if you just dropped in, wanted to ask a question. They were there, they were available.
Depending on what the flow of people's build happens to be, the organization was very forthright about inviting us to go with other builders if we chose to do so. Our experience was they have really good working relationships with the contractors in town. You can't overemphasize the importance of that goodwill.